Welcome to Crime Watch, and today I'm going to tell you about one of the craziest and most disturbing criminals called the TikTok murderer. So this story all started in New Jersey when an 18-year-old named Zachary Latham and his neighbor William Durham Sr. started having arguments that ended very badly. Zachary moved into the neighborhood when he was 16 with his grandparents, and their next-door neighbor was William Durham Sr., who was an officer and lived there with his family. William Durham Sr. and Zach Latham's first time talking was when William had to tell Zach to watch his driving in the neighborhood because Zach had allegedly been driving reckless. Zach apologized and went home, so it looked as if it would stop. But in April 2020, the problem started to happen more often. Zach was 18 at the time and was a part of the National Guard. William Durham's wife and Zach Latham allegedly got into an argument, and Zach recorded the video where he calls her a Karen, and he posted it on his TikTok, gaining over 3 million views, which makes you wonder, was he just trying to get fame out of it? A few days later, Zach allegedly drove past the Durham's house and yelled, "Hey Karen, we went viral." Now at this point, you may think he's just some kid joking around, having fun, but you never quite know what people are capable of. And in May 2020, things took a turn for the worst. According to Durham's lawyers, Zach swerved his car towards the Durham's son, who was riding his bike. But Zach says he just honked his horn, so we're not quite sure what actually happened. The Durhams were very mad about this, so later on that day, the dad, William, blocked Zach's vehicle in the street with his truck, and his wife, Catherine, came out of the car yelling at Zach about what he did, and Zach allegedly threw his elbow towards Catherine, knocking her phone out of his hand, and then he quickly drove off. Things started to get ugly at this point when the Durham son went to Zach's house, and Zach's wife, Sarah, told the sons to get off their property or they're not going to like what happens. A few moments later, Zach allegedly came outside and shot his stun gun at one of them and swung his knife towards the other. The dad, William, then came over and tried to grab Zach, and Zach cut him on the arm with his knife. Zach then ran into his garage, and the father, William Durham, followed Zach into the garage, and in the garage, Zach allegedly stabbed William under the armpit, and the cops were called. But once they got there, William Durham Sr. had lost so much blood that he was pronounced dead. Zach was arrested but then freed from jail until the trial, and he decided to move to Florida. Zach was claiming self-defense, but that all stopped in June 2020 when the Durham's family found out that Zach's wife, Sarah, had recorded and posted the video on TikTok in an attempt to get famous from it. After seeing this, the lawyers said this couldn't be self-defense and said that they were just doing it for TikTok fame, so they wanted him to be charged with first-degree murder. The lawyers claimed that Zach and his wife Sarah's plan was to get William into the garage so they could kill him. So the lawyers are allegedly saying they think it was a setup for TikTok fame. Zach was allegedly also responding to comments on the video and talking about the case, showing he didn't really feel bad about what happened. Zach allegedly also started a new TikTok account where he kept talking about the case, even after the lawyers had told him to stop. I mean, you gotta be an idiot to go on TikTok and talk about the case that you're currently in, where you could get charged with murder. On January 23rd, 2021, Zach was allegedly arrested in Florida for threatening a motorist. Zach allegedly tried to hit the person's car and then threatened them with his gun. At this point, Zach got arrested and is still being held in jail because it's obvious that he's a danger to society. Zach is still awaiting trial and is being charged with reckless manslaughter and aggravated assault. So we will have to wait and see if he gets convicted. But this is a case of someone going crazy and willing to do anything for TikTok fame, and it doesn't seem as if he regrets anything. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you next time on Crime Watch.